The morning of my wedding carried a strange stillness, almost too quiet, like the calm before a storm you don't see coming. The vineyard looked beautiful, just like she wanted. The band was setting up, and the guests were already beginning to arrive. I checked my watch, 2:11 p.m. The ceremony was scheduled for 2:30. I stood in the groom's suite, with Eli, my best man, who was helping me straighten my tie for what felt like the 100th time. His hand landed firmly on my shoulder, as if silently asking if I was good. I nodded back. I was nervous, sure, but I believed I was ready. Kimberly and I had built 4 years together. We met at work, her in marketing, me in product design. What started with coffee meetings quickly turned into holidays with each other's families, moving in together, and late-night talks about future children. She had been adamant about the vineyard wedding, calling it timeless and romantic. I let her take the lead. It made her happy. Then, just 5 minutes before the ceremony, my phone rang. Kimberly. Eli shot me a curious glance. I forced a half-smile and stepped into the hallway to answer. "Hey," I said softly. There was only breathing at first. Then her voice, shaking. "Gary, I can't. I'm so sorry. I can't do this." I froze. The phone felt electric in my hand. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice hollow. "I'm leaving. I can't marry you. I'm sorry." The call ended before I could respond. I stood there for a full minute, letting the words settle like poison in my veins. I didn't call her back. I didn't shout. I didn't even move. Eventually, I returned to Eli. "She's not coming," I said flatly. He stared, trying to process. "What?" she called. "She's not doing it. She's gone." Without another word, I walked toward the ceremony site. Hundreds of guests sat waiting, chatting quietly. I took the microphone, steadying my voice. "Hi, everyone. I began. I know you were expecting a wedding today, but there's been a change. Kimberly just called me. She's decided not to go through with it." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Some guests instinctively turned toward the bridal suite, as if she might still appear. "She's not sick. She's not stuck in traffic. She made a decision." I paused, scanning the faces, some shocked, some pitying. Her father looked like the ground had been pulled from under him. Her mother was frozen, completely pale. "But since you're all here, we're not letting good food, drinks, and live music go to waste. So, if you're here to support, stay. We're still having a party. It just won't be a wedding." I lifted my glass. "To new beginnings, even the ones you never wanted." For a moment, there was only silence. Then Eli clapped. Slowly, others followed. Some people left immediately, Kimberly's parents among them, while others stayed. Eli handed me a whiskey without saying a word. By sunset, the reception resembled any ordinary party. The only thing missing was the bride. For 2 days, there was nothing from Kimberly. No calls, no texts, no explanations. On Monday, I finally started hearing from mutual friends. They reached out with carefully worded messages. "Hey, man, heard what happened. Are you okay?" Kimberly says she had a panic attack, that it wasn't what people think. I said nothing. I hadn't told anyone exactly what happened, but it was clear she was already rewriting the story. That night, my phone lit up. Her name. I let it ring out. Then came a message from Jasmine, one of her closest friends. We hadn't spoken in months. "Gary, you deserve to know the truth." "What truth?" I asked. It wasn't panic. She left with someone, a guy named Dominic. They'd been planning it for weeks. I exhaled, feeling the words hit me like bricks. Jasmine continued. She met him about 3 months ago. Started as an online thing. Then they met in person. He's older, owns a bar in Fort Myers or something. She packed a bag the night before. After she called you, she met him down the road. I barely blinked. But when she got there, Jasmine went on. He wasn't what she expected. They argued. He dropped her at a gas station and left. My chest tightened. She's been crashing at friends' places since. She's tried calling you. Says she made a mistake. I listened quietly. "Gary, I know she wanted a different kind of life, but this wasn't a panic attack. She planned it. Yeah, I said. She didn't just run from the wedding. She ran from everything. Jasmine sighed. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve this. No, I replied. But I'm glad I finally know. The next day, I boxed up Kimberly's things. Her dresses, shoes, handbags. Everything still neatly arranged like she'd be back any moment. Around noon, my phone buzzed again. This time, I answered. Gary. Her voice trembled. Thank you for picking up. I've been trying to reach you. I stayed silent. I made a huge mistake, she rushed on. Everything became too overwhelming. The wedding, the expectations. I panicked. You didn't panic, I said calmly. You were planning a future with Dominic. You packed your bags the night before. Silence. I could hear her breathing. I thought he was offering me something I was missing, she finally admitted. When it all fell apart, I called you because I realized I love you. You wanted to fix this after you destroyed everything. I said, maybe we can tell people I had a breakdown. Postpone things. Start fresh. I nearly laughed, not out of humor, but at the absurdity of it. You can't erase what happened. I never meant to hurt you, but you did. You made a choice. She sobbed softly. I have nowhere to go, Gary. I've been sleeping on couches. I haven't told my parents the truth. Then start there. I said coldly, please, I don't know what to do. That's not my problem anymore. And I hung up. Later that week, the harassment started. Her brother Thomas called, furious that I had announced it publicly. He left angry voicemails, accusing me of humiliating his sister. Then came emails, first from Kimberly, then Thomas, demanding compensation for wedding expenses, apartment costs, therapy, even emotional damages. I forwarded everything to my lawyer. She has no claim, he said after reviewing. She abandoned the relationship. You owe her nothing. He drafted a formal response. Kimberly voluntarily ended the engagement. No financial obligations exist. Any further contact will be treated as harassment. That was the end of their demands. A few nights later, I sat on my couch, poured myself a drink, and opened the honeymoon file. 2 weeks in Fiji, fully paid for. It was non-refundable, but I was allowed to change the guest. I texted Eli, what are you doing next week? At first, he thought I was joking, but once I explained, he was in without hesitation. A week later, we were on the plane. The bungalow she had chosen, glass floors, ocean views, was exactly as she dreamed. Only now it wasn't her there. It was me and Eli, 2 friends making the best of what was supposed to be a new beginning. By day 3, we met 2 women from New Zealand, backpackers exploring the islands. We shared dinner, drinks, and laughter. Nothing serious. Just a reminder that life could still feel normal. On day 5, I posted a photo. Eli and I, drinks in hand, standing on the bungalow deck. The caption read, making the best of unexpected plans. Paradise found. No tags, no location. But I knew exactly where that post would end up. 2 days later, one of Kimberly's friends messaged me. She saw your post. She's losing it. Not from guilt, from anger. She expected me to crumble, to mourn endlessly. Instead, I used every dollar of that honeymoon to remind myself of what she gave up. Months passed. The drama dried up. The lawyer's letter had shut everything down. Mutual friends stopped entertaining her version of the story as more details leaked. The man she left me for had abandoned her at a gas station. Truth has a way of surviving when the noise dies out. I heard that Kimberly bounced between friends' couches, tried staying with Thomas, but nothing stuck. She was working temp jobs, still telling people she was blindsided, still angry I didn't fight for us. But I'm doing fine. The wedding cost me $50,000, but I stopped seeing it as a loss. I see it as the price I paid for the truth. I'm working harder than ever, back in shape, reconnecting with old friends, even going on dates again. Nothing serious yet, but enough to feel alive. People sometimes ask how I stay so calm. The answer is simple. She didn't just walk out on me. She walked out on everything we built and gambled it on someone else. She thought she could leave, experiment, then return when it fell apart. But that's not how life works. You don't burn down a house and expect to still have the key. She left me minutes before our wedding. In doing so, she left the life we shared. She's living with the ashes. I'm not, and that's the part she'll never forgive me for.